Write down whatever conclusion you are getting, something like males male survive, and then write down the whatever count of that. Similarly female, sorry, males who died, similarly female who survived, and female who died, and write down counts of that four categories. Hmm. Hmm. You have already written all these things, and also you can check the length of this, how much this data set is. You have already written all these things. You told me that you have written two conclusions for the females. So simply write down summary. I have written here one example how you have to write down. Yes. ओके, कौन से वाले सर्वाइव्ड में, मेल या फीमेल? ओके ओके, wait, first of all, how was male survived? 109. Okay, dead. कितने?
468 sir.
Okay, female? 200.
233. 33.
233. Okay, and
81.
now what is the conclusion from all this? Tell me. Male survived than. Okay, first of all, male survived was less than compared to female, and male died greater than compared to female, right? This all is the conclusion. Now, after this, we have to try to do the analysis for the next columns. Okay, now first of all, look at here, you can directly get the length of this. If you have to check the length of this data, so simply copy this. I am making this as a raw NBN convert. Okay, now I am writing length function, and inside the length function I am just pasting my data. It is directly telling me the length 233. Okay, like that way you can also check the length of your data whatever you are having, and also you can check the value counts also. Now this is my data dot value counts. Why this is showing like this? Okay, not like this way. We have to first of all write down data of single column name, and then for this column dot give me the value counts, how much are the males and how much are the females, like this way. Okay, like this way you can get the value counts. Now after this, what we have to do, we have to go for the next column, that is having fair. Now this is simple column of a fair. Now what we have to do, we have to first of all check out that what is the description of this column. So simply what we will write, data, then where, then describe. Okay, now this is the description of our fair column. It is having 891 records. What is the minimum value? It is 0. And what is the maximum value? It is the 512. That means there is the one person who is buying the fare of dollar of 512, right? Now we have to first of all check that who was that person, bought this ticket of 512. Look at here carefully what I am saying, that we have to now fetch that who is this person that taking the fare of $512. Now for this what we have to do? We have to first of all write down our data. Inside that data, what we have to do? We have to write down data of a fare. Now why fare? Because we are looking for this fare is equal to how much price? So simply I will paste this price here. Okay. Now what will happen? First of all, look what we are doing, that we are checking that data from the fare column. That's why we have written data and fare, and which should be equal to 512. From which data? From entire big data, right? Now look at here. Here are that persons who bought that ticket at the price of a maximum 512. Look at here. Here are the names like this, and out of them are one female and two males. And tell me that they are survived or not. They survived. One means survived. That means it was such a great thing that if you are buying the ticket of a high price, then you will be survived, right? That was the conclusion, right or not? Okay. Now we will do the analysis in the reverse order. Now what you have to do? You have to first of all write down this code, and then what you have to do? You have to check that who are the persons who bought the ticket at the 0 rupees of price. Now do it. Okay, there is also one pattern, age, their age. Hmm? Okay, it is not married. And how you know about that? What? What? Where alone? Here? No, the columns are ending here. What is your column name? That column name. Okay, that means you are taking another data set where that married or unmarried option is available. Okay. Have you checked for the zero? Now, how much persons are there who bought the ticket of zero?
Sir, 15.
15. Okay, now tell me they are survived or not?
Sir, one person survived, another not survived.
And another person died
Not
there.
survived. Yes, sir, died.
Okay, okay, that was the interesting analysis, right? All are the adults. Adults. Hmm? So, what is the description then? And how much them are males and females? Check out. All are the males. Okay. Also, you can apply one function that is having the max. Okay, now look at here. How can we apply max function? We have to find out max fare from data of which column? Data of fare column. Now it is giving us 512. Similarly, we can apply minimum of data of which column? Fare. right? It is also giving us the minimum fare. Okay. Now, after this, we are going to start the very important process, that is going to be the checking NaN values. Okay. Now look at here. How can we first of all check out there are the non values or not? So what we will do, we will mostly going to check that non values inside the cabin column. Okay, because cabin column is having a little bit more non values there. Okay, now first of all, let us check that how much there are the non values. Data of which column? Cabin. Cabin. Look at here. What I am writing that? I am writing that not equal to this, not equal to this means, tell me what is meaning of this, right? Excluding non values, these are the data, right? NaN, it is still showing. Okay, okay, now we will do that check of is equal to 891. Okay, it is showing us directly 891. Okay, no issue. We will remove this and we will directly check that data of which column? Cabin. No, dot. Okay, data dot of cabin. Okay, directly we have to use data of cabin dot data of cabin dot let me see that what is the name. Yeah, we have the directly options is null. Okay, I have to check that is NA, otherwise is null. Okay, now ahead of this I am going to, okay, let me give the sum dot sum. Now there are the is null values showing that 681. Okay, let me again check it with that now with the is NA. Okay, it is showing us at it is having record of 687. Okay, now what can we do? What is our procedure if we will find out that there are the few null values present at there? So there are the different approaches which we can apply there. First one is that we have to now fill that null values with some values, right? We have to fill that null values with some, otherwise we can directly remove that value. But tell me, if we are going to remove that value, so that column is going to be affected on our feature whenever we are going to create our model, right? So that time we should apply different types of approaches. Now here comes the picture of your statistics. Okay, by using some statistical method we can fill that null values with the mean, median, mode, right? We can fill these values by these modes. Okay, now after this data, the data of cabin, data of cabin dot is null. dot is null. We have checked that, right? Now you know what is null. Here is the is null. Look at here. Is null is going to show you all the values in true and false. Now I have to check that actual values. So that's why I will apply the filter of my entire data set ahead of this. Now I will get to know that about all these values who are having none. Look at here. Now we are fetching all these none values. So first of all, write down how to fetch this null values, because ahead of this we have to apply one procedure that is going to, we are going to fix this none values. Okay. Now after this checkout counts. What is the count of this is null? 680, 688. Okay, we are having 687. No issue. It depends on you have chosen another data set. Okay. 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 Now look at here. You have to remember all these things whenever tomorrow you are going to checking whatever values in your company's data set. Okay. You can take the reference of these codes. So that's why I write down carefully whatever you are writing here. Completed? Okay. Now I am doing the, okay, how to check count. Otherwise, you can directly check the length of this length and above that code 687. Now look at here. I am doing one change inside this code. Now this is the code for the checking the null values. Now I am writing that is null is equal to false. Boolean object is not. Okay, how? Okay, I have to remove. Okay, not here. Is equal to false. Now still key error false. F why it is showing us false. FALSE. Let me write down again that data, and then the data of which column? Data of our cabin column. Cabin column, and then I am going to checking that it is null or not. Null is null. Okay, is null is equal to false. Yeah, now got it. Now it is having how much records? So simply I will check the length of this. Length of that code. Now it is giving me 204 values are the non-null values. Which values? Non-null values. Okay. Actually, uh, after some time, whenever we are going to learn few things about whatever we are going to learn in stats class, that things we have to apply for to filling these null values. Okay, is null values, and that was the main approach. Whenever tomorrow you are going to work on any company, if there is coming any null data, so you have to uh, fetch this. First of all, fetch this null data, and you have to fill that null values with different types of approaches. Now which types of approaches? That approaches we are going to learn in the class of statistics. Okay, now after this, what we have to do? We are going to learn how to create new column inside this. Okay, now remember one thing, that if I am writing something like a data and the column name, now tell me this column is present here? No. So if this column is, if this column is not present there, so it will create new this column, and I have to fill this column with which number, otherwise with which data set. So I am going to write down is equal to fill it with the number of 1. Okay, now if you will look at your data, now data having new column, that is council. Okay, and what if this column is already present there? What if this column is already present there? Yes, it will change its values. Now tell me, council is there. Now again I am writing council is equal to 3. Now look at my data. Now that council column changed with the new value of 3. Like that way we can change our column, right? So that's why we can create new this types of column here. Now what I want to do, that I want to create new column that is having with the name of that column is new names. New names. New names is equal to, look at here now. Look at here. Now I'm filling this new column with the with which data? With the data of my data of names column. Name is already present. So I am filling this new column with data of name column. That means I am copying this name data column as it is inside new column. But that new column name is new names. Now data dot head. Now look at here. Here are new names are available, right? Now what we can do, we can create new column. Okay, let us create new column having the name of age plus CIPSAR. Okay. Now I am doing the addition of age plus SIPSAP. So this is my column name, age plus SIPSAP is equal to my data of which column? Data of age column plus data of SIPSAP. Now data dot head SIPSAP 23. Now how much age was here? 22 and 1, that will be 23. So like that way you can create your new columns, whatever condition you want there. Okay. Now what we have to do, first of all, write down how to create new columns. Then we will learn how to remove columns. From where you are going to write? Is null? Is null completed? Okay, create new column. Now you can write down notes here, how to create new columns. So that notes you have to write down. New age. Okay, you can create whatever you want. Completed this? Okay. Now, okay, completed till here. Okay. Now after this, we have to remove our columns. Okay. What we have to do? We have to remove our columns. So if we have to remove our columns, now tell me, columns are in which direction? Columns are available in which direction? Direction of columns. Yes, 0 or 1. Yes, columns are not here. These are the rows, and these are the no, no. But here columns are present at column names. Column names. Those are the available at the one axis. Okay. Now look at here. Now data dot drop data.drop, and we have to write down that column name. Okay, now I want to remove that column of new. What is name? New, it is capital. New, new names. Okay, new names, this is my column name. Okay, if I will write down only this much things, it is going to give me error, because it is not getting confused that in which axis, not found in axis. That means it is trying to fetch in this axis, straight, zero axis. Now I will give him the direction of axis. Axis is equal to, tell me, what is axis? 1. Now look at here, new column is removed. Yes, yes. Now new column is deleted. But if you will check out your data set now, data.head, but that column will be still available here. Look at here, not deleted from your main data set, not deleted from your main data set, right? But why? That's why again we have to write down one more argument here. That is, we have to tell him that in place is equal to true. That means it remove also from my original data set. Now data dot head. Now that column is completely removed. In place means remove from my original data set. That command I am giving him. So write down from here. And why this error is coming, write down message ahead of this, because of the direction. Completed. In place is equal to, first of all, axis is equal to 1, but write down or note down here, not removes from original data set. What is error? Why we are checking here? Because we are checking that new column is removed or not. But write down here again one note here, not removed column. Otherwise, column is still available. Write down note ahead of this. Whenever you are checking data dot head, note here that this column is still available. But if we are writing this, now this column will be removed permanently from original data set. Where not removed from original data set. Otherwise, you can do one more technique here. What technique? Now this is your data which is having not having this new column name. You can store this in one variable b1. Now that data will be also having not having this column, right? This one also one approach. Yeah. Otherwise, you can save it and also add that same variable. Okay, that one is also one approach. Now, okay, okay. In place is equal to true means that command that now you have the permission of you can remove that data from the main data. Completed. Okay, now after this we have to remove this. If we have to remove this rows, okay. So for this, if you are writing this, then write down by using headings. Now removing rows, you can write down note here, removing rows. Okay, so that makes a beautiful things whenever you are going to see this code. Okay, now data dot drop 0. Inside this I am writing 0. Now what is this 0? 0 is your index name. 0 means this index name. Look at here. 0 means this 0. This is your 0 index. This is your first. Okay. Now I am writing this data dot drop 0 removes 0th index. So this code you have to write down. This notes you have to write down by yourself. I'm just showing you one example. Okay, data dot drop 0. Now look at here. Now look at here inside this data set. Now it is starting from 1 and it is showing you directly passenger ID of 2. That means one number passenger ID is now this is removed. This one is the removed. Now if I will check my data dot head, now tell me it is removed or not from my main data set. It is not removed. So what we have to do is we have to remove from main data set. In place is equal to 0, right? In place is equal to 0. Okay. Now this is our data set. Okay. So we have to learn the next topic from the tomorrow, that is going to be of LOC and ILOC, index location and local index location. Okay, this is the last one. Yes, you have written 0. So tomorrow we have to learn very important topic, that is going to be a LOC and ILOC. Okay, index location and local index location. I'm uploading row. Yeah, you can add. Let me show you after some time that are known as the joints, inner joint, outer joint, that we have learned in the topic of dictionaries, right? There we have used the joint. Okay, this is the file of day 3 of pandas. Okay, I am already written comment day 3 pandas, and this file is uploaded on your GitHub also. Okay, so we will stop here.